Welcome back to Garage Matters. This is going to be a quick one so you can click away or stay with me because we're going to talk about tires. We're going to be talking about the Michelin Pilot Sport 4's all-season tires. Come on over here. Let me show you these tires over here. Alright guys, let's bring it in closer and talk about these Michelins. Now, this is actually my first set of Michelin tires that I've ever purchased and will be driving on. I decided to go with the 215 45 Z-rated radial 17-inch tire. Now this is a 17-inch rim, that's why I went with the 17. 215 is how wide this tire is in millimeters. Now 45, that's the aspect ratio. That's 45% of the width right here to get the height of the sidewall right here. So the higher the number right here, the taller the tire is going to be. The lower the number, if this was a 40 series, this sidewall will be skinnier. Z, so this tire, back in the days, the Z-rated tires can go up past 149 miles an hour. But now these cars nowadays, they go so fast, they have different speed ratings. But Z-rated tire, this car from the factory, supposedly it could hit about 153 miles an hour, maybe 155, but maybe 200 since it has this tripod mount on here. Alright, now down here it does have tread wear of 540. So the higher the tread wear, the longer this tire is gonna last, but I'm okay with 540 since this is my second set. On my other car over here, these are summer tires. These are 200, so I'm gonna be swapping these back and forth as I drive this vehicle throughout the year. So I'm perfectly fine with a 540 tread wear. Traction is AA, temperature is A, so this is just how good the traction is and how well this tire handles heat. So A's are better with these tires. I noticed this tire, it does have markings to let you know which side is on the outer side versus the inner side. So on this tire right here, what I noticed is pretty interesting is that Michelin, especially for this tire right here, this size right here, the 215/45, these are made in Mexico. Now, some of these Michelin PS4s are made in the US, and then depending on your size, especially with this tire right here, the 215s, these are made in Mexico. So I'm always kind of wary about products that are not made in the US or Japan, but we'll see how well this tire handles these weather conditions as I continue to drive this vehicle. Now, Canada and US only. Okay, so this is telling us max pressure loads. I think there's something else I want to show you guys on this tire. So right here, these 4 digits right here, 05, that's the date that this tire was manufactured in. So 05 is the 5th week of 2026. So this tire was manufactured around, I guess, the 5th week of 2026. So February, around the 1st week of February. So I always try to get the newest tire made. I don't like tires that have been sitting on the shelf for like more than a couple of years. So this is a pretty good tire. I'm glad that it is manufactured in 2026. Let's take a look at the backside. Now, on the backside, this is how the backside of this tire looks like. And once again, it does have the Michelin man right here, the little snowman. All right, 215/45 extra load. And then on here, it does have MS for mud and snow. So this tire actually can be driven in the mud and snow, and that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to get an all-season tire for my Celica GT4. That way I could drive this vehicle in the snow when it snows again. Now, if you guys might remember some of my earlier videos throughout the year, I couldn't drive my Celica because my Celica had these all summer tires on the vehicle. So there's no way I was gonna drive this vehicle out on the snow. But with these new tires, supposedly you can drive in the snow with the M+S rating. So on here, you're gonna see these little grooves right here, and then these little divots right here. They're kind of sticking out on the side right here. These little ribs on the side right here. Supposedly, that is what is supposed to help throw that snow out from these treads right here to keep giving you traction. Now, what do you think about this tread pattern? I kind of like it. These deep grooves right here, definitely when you drive in the rain, it's gonna help give you that traction during wet weather conditions. Take a look at these sipes right here. Y'all ever seen anything like this? This looks really unique, and it's probably just unique to this tire because I've never seen these before, the way they designed these. We'll take a closer look at it. So down in here, it does appear that these little sipes right here do go all the way down to the bottom of this rib right here. That is pretty cool, and you can kind of squeeze it, so this compound is pretty soft for an all-season tire, and I like it. I actually like it. This rubber feels really good. Feels like it's got a lot of grip, and a lot of sports cars nowadays from the factory do come with these tires installed on them. Now, looking at this tire from this top view right here, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a good looking tire? I think it's a decent looking tire. Not your typical summer tire pattern. Doesn't appear like it has a lot of contact patch. So I think what I'm gonna do next is just pour some flour on this cardboard down here. I'm gonna roll this tire right over that flour that's on this cardboard, and then measure how much contact this tire has once we roll it over the flour. So let me go ahead and get that test set up real quick, and then we'll bring out the tape measure and measure the actual contact patch of this tire. Alright guys, it looks like we're all set up. We've got the flour on this cardboard. All I'm going to do is just roll this tire over this flour, and then we're going to go ahead and measure the tire contact patch. So let's go ahead and roll this over this flour and see if we can get a good measurement on it. All right, let's see how it looks. So this is going to be probably not the best test, but we will just measure it just to give you guys an idea of how much it looks like. So there are probably better ways to do this, but we are just gonna do this for the heck of it. So it looks like it starts maybe about here, and then it ends like maybe around here. Okay, so what do you guys think? Does that look about right? So roughly around 7 and almost looks like 7.5. Definitely not 8 inches of contact. Maybe somewhere between 7 and 7.5 inches of contact patch that this tire will provide you. And so once again, this is a 215 by 45 17-inch diameter tire. Now, I think that's going to do it for this time on Garage Matters, but come over here, let me show you what we got in store for our next video. I think I'm going to save this one for our next video, but we will be installing these wheels and tires on the Celica GT4, and there will be a couple of things that I will go over to show you guys what exactly I'm doing to install these wheels and tires on the Celica GT4 by myself. Now, these hub-centric rings, these are not really needed. You can get away without using these, but they will definitely help out with vibrations in your steering wheel and steering system. So definitely want to have these hub-centric rings. These lug nuts right here, these are berylliums. These are not your typical steel lug nuts. I went with these because these are lighter and these are Enkei branded. Now, you notice I do have wheel spacers. I will talk about these wheel spacers on this vehicle in my next video, so make sure you tune in. And these are your typical steel lug nuts that probably weigh 2 to 3 times more than these Berylliums over here. So that's gonna do it this time for Garage Matters. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and join us next time on Garage Matters.